Have you ever wondered if there's something more to the month you were born? What if I told you that your birth month holds a hidden biblical meaning that reveals a special message, tailor-made for you? It's no accident that you came into the world at the exact time you did. In fact, your birth month might just unlock a spiritual purpose you never knew existed. Sounds intriguing, right? But here's where it gets even more interesting. These hidden messages are directly connected to the Bible and Jesus' teachings. Maybe you've felt the nagging question, why am I here, and does my birthday really matter? The truth is, the Bible offers clues that go deeper than just dates on a calendar. Each month holds divine significance that can show you how to navigate your life, reveal your strengths, and even uncover the mission God has set aside just for you. This knowledge could change everything. Now, you might be thinking, how could something so personal be written into the fabric of time? Yet the Bible has been revealing these mysteries for centuries. Imagine finally connecting the dots, discovering how the month you were born ties into your personal journey, your spiritual growth, and the mission you were born to fulfill. Ready to dive into the revelation? Let's uncover the message hidden in your birth month that's been waiting for you all along. Your birth was no accident, and neither was the month you were born in. There's a divine thread woven into the very fabric of your existence. The specific time God chose to bring you into the world carries a biblical meaning. It's almost like an invisible blueprint, drawn by God Himself, that reveals your purpose and the unique gifts you bring into the world. It's like when you meet someone who just seems to be in the right place at the right time. You feel it too, right? That sense that you were placed on this earth with intention. Each month has its own spiritual significance, and the month you were born holds a hidden birthday message. It's not just a coincidence. It's part of God's larger plan. Think about it. How could the creator of the universe let something as important as your birth happen randomly? It's like how every flower blooms in its season. You have your own season too, and understanding that can unlock something deeply spiritual. Let's dive deeper. Imagine reading the Bible and finding out that each person was born at a specific time for a specific reason. Moses, Jesus, their lives weren't just about their deeds, but also about the timing of their birth. It's much like how athletes peak at the right moment in a race. Your spiritual race started the day you were born, and the month you came into the world can reveal what you're meant to do in this life. Take January, for instance, a month that marks a fresh start. Or maybe you were born in April during a season of transformation, connected to the resurrection. The biblical meaning of these months points to qualities you've carried all along, but perhaps haven't fully recognized. How often do you find yourself in a situation and wonder, why am I like this? The answer might be hiding in the month you were born. Look at the world today, and you'll see how timing impacts everything. Investors talk about timing the market, but what about timing your purpose? Your birth month is like that secret stock tip, telling you when to invest your energy, where to focus your growth. It's no wonder that understanding the month you were born can lead to uncovering deeper spiritual insights. By recognizing this divine timing, you can align your life with what God intended. If you've ever felt lost, wondering about your purpose, maybe the hidden birthday message tied to your birth month is the key. Think of it like a treasure hunt. The clues have been there all along, waiting for you to discover them. Just as Jesus had a mission tied to his birth, so do you. And this is just the beginning. We're only scratching the surface here, but understanding the divine meaning of your birth month can be the starting point for something much bigger. Each month holds a sacred purpose, and as we move through the year, you'll see how the time of your birth is more than just a date on the calendar. It's a calling. January, the first month of the year, carries with it the weight of new beginnings. It's no coincidence that it's tied to the concept of creation in the Bible. Just as God started with a blank canvas when He created the heavens and the earth, those born in January have a divine purpose tied to initiating things. They are natural leaders, born with the ability to see a vision and bring it to life. Think of how Jesus' ministry started. A bold beginning, much like how those born in January are called to begin new chapters in their lives and the lives of others. People born in January often feel a strong urge to set things in motion. It's not just about being ambitious, it's about being chosen to start something meaningful. If you've ever felt an inexplicable pull to take charge or lead the way, this could be your hidden birthday message. Whether it's organizing a community project, launching a business, or starting a family, the timing of your birth gives you a unique ability to bring order out of chaos, just as God did in the beginning. January also ties into the idea of restoration. When you think about the cold, crisp days of this month, it's like the earth is in a state of quiet preparation, waiting for new life to emerge. Those born in January are like that. They often bring clarity and direction in situations that seem disordered or confusing. Ever been the one who steps up when others hesitate? That's no accident. Your ability to lead and bring structure mirrors the creation story in the Bible, where God spoke light into the void. There's a reason January-born people are often pioneers. Think of the explorers who set out into uncharted territories, or the entrepreneurs who dared to build something from nothing. These are the qualities embedded in those born in this month. Like the first day of creation, which was a bold statement of intention, your life is meant to be a declaration of purpose. It's no small thing to carry the energy of beginnings, but those born in January do so with a sense of divine calling. And it's not just about being first. It's about bringing things into alignment. Just as God created the world with order and purpose, January-born individuals are meant to bring a sense of organization and clarity wherever they go. Imagine walking into a chaotic room and knowing exactly how to rearrange things to make them functional. That's the essence of the gift you carry, the ability to take what's broken or disorganized and make it whole again. If you're someone who was born in January, consider this. Your birth carries a biblical meaning that connects deeply with creation itself. The month you were born isn't just a placeholder on the calendar. It's a symbol of your role as an initiator. You're meant to be the one who starts things, who moves first, who leads the charge. It's like planting a seed and knowing it will grow because you've set it in motion. God's hand is on those who carry this gift. And as we continue to explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, you'll start to see how these traits evolve. Every month, like January, has its own divine purpose. The question is, how will you step into the role you were born to play? Being born on January 1st carries a profound significance. It's not just about celebrating the new year. It's about embodying the spirit of new creation, much like the first day in the Bible where God began the work of bringing light into the world. People born on this day are pioneers by design, destined to lead others into uncharted territories. Think of yourself as the first one stepping onto a blank canvas, much like the creation of the universe. There's endless potential waiting to be shaped by your hands. January 1st is often associated with fresh starts, but for those born on this day, it's even deeper. It's about a divine calling to be the first in line, not just to begin something new, but to lead others with vision and purpose. There's a reason you feel drawn to blaze trails and create paths where there were none before. In fact, the biblical meaning behind being born on this day ties you to the idea of pioneering spirit, much like the way Noah was called to build the ark before anyone understood why. Those born on this day might notice how often they're the ones others turn to when new challenges arise. It's no coincidence that January 1st births people with the strength to take on the unknown. Just as the creation story began with light cutting through the darkness, you're often the one who brings clarity to confusing situations. It could be as simple as helping someone organize their life or leading a team through a difficult project. The hidden birthday message here is clear. You're meant to illuminate the path for others. In many ways, your life can mirror the story of creation itself. Think about how God didn't hesitate when He began to form the world. He acted with intention and vision. That's the same energy you bring to the world when you initiate projects or take on leadership roles. Whether it's starting a business, launching a new idea, or even mentoring others, the first step often begins with you. It's as if your birth on January 1st granted you the divine permission to bring things to life. There's a sense of urgency and purpose tied to your birth date. Just as God's first act was to bring light into darkness, you are called to shed light in areas where others struggle to see. If you've ever been the person who sees solutions when others only see problems, you're tapping into that divine pioneer spirit. It's more than just leadership. It's about understanding that your role is to create, to form, and to initiate change. Like an artist with a blank canvas, you have the ability to create something out of nothing. If you're ever unsure about your path, remember this. Being born on the first day of the year connects you to something ancient and divine. The Bible shows us that every beginning holds the promise of something greater, and your birth is no exception. Your life is designed to lead, to innovate, and to inspire others to take action. Imagine the impact you could have by embracing that role fully. Much like how Jesus' birth signaled a new era, your birth date holds a special significance for the world around you. And as we continue to explore the biblical meaning behind the month you were born, we'll see how every day, like January 1st, carries its own divine message. Each birthday is a clue to uncover the larger purpose God has laid out for us. What will yours reveal? January 6th, known as the Epiphany, marks a significant moment in biblical history, the manifestation of Jesus to the world. For those born on this day, life carries a deeper calling toward the search for divine truth. Just as the wise men followed the star to find the newborn Savior, individuals born on January 6th are often driven by an unshakable desire to uncover deeper meanings in life. They are seekers of truth, and much like the journey to Bethlehem, their life's path is filled with moments of revelation and understanding. People born on January 6th often feel a unique pull toward spirituality. It's as if they're constantly guided by an internal compass, pointing them toward higher truths. This isn't just about religion, it's about a deep connection with something bigger than themselves. It's no surprise, then, that they often find themselves in roles where they help others see beyond the surface, whether it's through teaching, mentoring, or simply being that friend who always knows what to say. They carry a light that illuminates the way for others, just like the star that led to Jesus. The hidden birthday message for those born on this day lies in their ability to guide others toward divine truth. Think of them as modern-day magi, bringing spiritual insight to those around them. Just as the wise men recognized Jesus' significance and brought gifts, people born on January 6th often bring wisdom and clarity into people's lives. Whether through profound conversations or subtle advice, their words seem to carry more weight, always hinting at something more significant beneath the surface. There's also a sense of dedication that comes with this date. The wise men didn't stop until they reached their destination, and in the same way, individuals born on January 6th are persistent in their pursuit of truth. They don't shy away from difficult questions or challenging situations. Instead, they see these moments as opportunities to uncover deeper meaning. Imagine someone who never gives up on understanding the bigger picture, even when life gets tough. That's the drive of someone born on this day. One practical example could be their approach to learning. Instead of just reading for information, they're the type to study the Bible or spiritual texts to find hidden layers of meaning. If this resonates with you, consider diving into books like Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis or The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. These are the kinds of resources that feed their hunger for truth, helping them bring spiritual insights into the everyday lives of those around them. But it's not just about knowledge, it's about applying that wisdom. Much like how the revelation of Jesus wasn't meant to stay hidden, the truths they uncover are meant to be shared. People born on this day often find themselves in situations where their insights help others see things in a new light. It's almost as if they carry a lantern, lighting the way for those lost in the dark. Much like how the Magi guided by the star found the Savior. And as we move forward, remember that each birth date holds a specific divine meaning. January 6th is just one piece of the larger puzzle. The search for truth doesn't end here. It only deepens as we continue to explore the biblical meaning behind the month you were born. February-born individuals often carry a deep emotional sensitivity, almost as if they have an innate connection to the spiritual world. Much like the cold winter air that heightens our senses, those born in February seem to feel things more intensely. Their gift lies in harmonizing opposites, bringing peace where there's conflict and clarity where there's confusion. Just like in the Bible, where Jesus brings comfort to the brokenhearted, February-born people are often the ones others turn to in times of emotional need. Their emotional sensitivity doesn't mean they're fragile. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They possess a strength that comes from understanding the depths of human emotions. Think of someone who can walk into a room and immediately sense the mood. That's the gift they carry. It's not about reacting, but about responding with empathy. They can mediate disputes, calm anxious hearts, and bring people together, much like how Jesus brought harmony in the midst of chaos. One practical example of this emotional sensitivity can be seen in their relationships. They're the type of person who knows when a friend needs a call, or who can sense when someone is going through something even if they haven't said a word. If you know someone born in February, you've likely experienced this firsthand. They have an uncanny ability to read between the lines, Much like the spiritual leaders who interpret biblical meaning beyond the literal words, people born in February also have a creative streak that allows them to express their emotions in unique ways. Whether it's through art, music, writing, or even how they decorate their homes, they use creativity to channel their feelings. It's as if they're constantly finding ways to harmonize the world around them, turning everyday life into something beautiful. If you're February born, consider nurturing that creativity as a way to connect with the spiritual side of yourself. It could be as simple as keeping a journal or exploring painting as a form of expression. Their emotional depth also makes them excellent peacemakers. They seem to have a natural ability to see both sides of an argument and help others find common ground. Much like how Jesus mediated between God and humanity, February-born people act as bridges between opposing forces. They don't shy away from difficult conversations because they know that peace can only come when truth is brought to the surface. If you're seeking peace in your own life, take a cue from these natural mediators. Sometimes it's about listening before speaking. When we talk about the biblical meaning of the month you were born, February represents not just emotional sensitivity, but the ability to bring balance to difficult situations. This hidden birthday message is clear. Those born in this month are tasked with creating harmony in their environments. It's no small role, but February-born individuals seem to handle it with grace, much like how the Bible speaks of Jesus' compassion for those in need. And as we transition into the deeper spiritual meanings behind each month, remember that emotional sensitivity is a gift. It's a superpower that allows February-born people to connect with others on a profound level, just like how Jesus connected with the hearts of those who sought him. This is only the beginning of discovering the divine purpose behind the month you were born. February 2nd, known as the day of the presentation of Jesus in the temple, carries with it a deep sense of dedication. People born on this day often feel a strong pull toward something greater than themselves. Much like how Mary and Joseph dedicated Jesus to God on this day, individuals born on February 2nd are often called to devote their lives to a higher purpose. It's as if their soul came into this world already knowing it was meant for something beyond the ordinary. There's a sacred energy around those born on February 2nd. You'll often find them deeply involved in causes that benefit others, whether through charity, mentorship, or leadership roles in their communities. They seem to have an inner compass that directs them toward helping others. This isn't just random. It's part of the hidden birthday message that connects their life to the biblical act of dedication. Like how Jesus was presented at the temple, they too are presented with the opportunity to dedicate their lives to a divine purpose. People born on this day are also deeply reflective. It's not uncommon for them to take time to contemplate their role in the world. They are often the ones asking life's bigger questions. What am I here to do? Or, how can I make a lasting impact? Much like the biblical figures who sought divine guidance, February 2nd individuals seem to instinctively seek out God's plan for their lives. If you know someone born on this day, you've probably seen their thoughtful approach to everything they do. They don't just act, they act with purpose. One practical example is how they often dedicate themselves to lifelong learning. Whether it's through studying the Bible, pursuing higher education, or immersing themselves in books about spirituality, these individuals understand the importance of knowledge in fulfilling their purpose. If this resonates with you, consider reading The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren or The Celebration of Discipline by Richard Foster. These books offer insights that align with the spirit of dedication to something greater. Their dedication often shows up in their relationships as well. People born on February 2nd are the kind of friends, partners, or parents who invest deeply in those they love. They are loyal and trustworthy, always putting the needs of others ahead of their own. This mirrors the act of presenting Jesus in the temple, an act of giving something precious to God. Those born on this day live out that same level of selflessness in their own lives. The biblical meaning behind being born on February 2nd emphasizes a life of commitment and service. It's about understanding that your life isn't just for you, but for something much larger. Whether you're dedicating your time, your resources, or your talents, you are called to live a life that reflects divine purpose. This hidden birthday message is one of dedication, much like the way Jesus' life was dedicated to God on this very day. And as we move forward, remember that the month and day you were born carry significant meaning. February the 2nd is just one piece of the divine puzzle. We'll continue to explore how each day, like February 2nd is tied to a greater spiritual truth. What will the next day reveal about your divine purpose? March is a month of renewal and exploration, much like the biblical story of Noah, who embarked on an extraordinary journey during the flood. People born in March carry that same spirit of curiosity and adventure. They are natural explorers, constantly seeking new experiences and knowledge. If you've ever felt an insatiable curiosity about the world, or an inner drive to discover what's beyond the horizon, that's your hidden birthday message coming to life. The biblical meaning behind March points to a life driven by discovery, both in the physical and spiritual realms. March-born individuals are always asking questions. Much like Noah must have wondered what awaited him after the flood, there's an innate desire to uncover new truths and dive deep into the mysteries of life. Whether it's through travel, education, or personal growth, they are never content with staying in one place for too long. This doesn't just apply to physical exploration, but also to intellectual and spiritual journeys. They are seekers of wisdom, always on the lookout for something that can deepen their understanding of the world and their place in it. Much like Noah's story in the Bible, where he was tasked with exploring unknown waters, people born in March often find themselves drawn to challenges that push them out of their comfort zones. This could be anything from starting a new career path to exploring a new city, or even diving into a new hobby. If you're a March-born explorer, consider how these challenges are part of your divine calling. The same way Noah had to trust in God's plan, you too are guided to take those leaps of faith. Their curiosity isn't just a casual interest, it's a profound drive that shapes their lives. They want to know the why behind everything, whether it's understanding how the world works or seeking spiritual truths. March-born individuals often find themselves asking big questions like, what is my purpose? Or, what does God want me to learn from this experience? These questions guide them on a path of continuous self-discovery. It's like they're on their own personal quest, much like the explorers of old who charted new territories. One practical example could be their love for learning new skills. If this resonates with you, consider picking up a hobby or diving into something you've always wanted to explore but never had the time for. Whether it's learning a new language, reading books on philosophy, or even taking up photography, your birth month encourages you to embrace these new experiences. Think of it as your personal journey, much like how Noah's Ark represented a new beginning for humanity. March is also about renewal, and people born this month have a special ability to reinvent themselves. Just like how the earth renews itself after winter, March-born individuals have a knack for finding new beginnings in the midst of life's challenges. They don't shy away from change. They embrace it as part of their journey. If you've ever had to start over, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, know that this ability to adapt is a gift from the divine, tied to your birth month. And as we continue to explore the significance of the month you were born, remember that this is just the beginning of your journey. March-born individuals are constantly evolving, much like the world around them. The exploration doesn't stop here. It continues as you seek out new opportunities, uncover new truths, and embrace the divine purpose hidden within your birth month. March 25th marks the Annunciation, the day when the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, announcing that she would bring the Savior into the world. Those born on this day carry a special calling to bring light into the lives of others, much like Mary brought Jesus into the world. There's a divine responsibility tied to your birth date, one that asks you to be a beacon of hope, love, and spiritual truth. It's not a small task, but those born on March 25th have been given the gift of illuminating the path for others, just like the light of Christ. People born on March 25th often feel an inner pull toward helping others find their way. It's as if they have a natural instinct for guiding others out of darkness and into light. This can manifest in many ways, whether through mentorship, leadership roles, or even small acts of kindness that make a big impact. Much like the angel's message to Mary, their presence in the lives of others serves as a reminder of God's grace and the power of divine intervention. They are called to bring hope where there is despair. The biblical meaning behind being born on this day highlights a life dedicated to sharing the light of Christ. It's more than just living a good life. It's about actively seeking ways to bring God's love into the world. People born on March 25th are often drawn to roles where they can help others discover their own divine purpose. It could be through teaching, counseling, or simply being the person who listens when someone needs it most. Their hidden birthday message is all about shining brightly so that others can see the way forward. Think of them as modern-day lighthouses, guiding ships through stormy waters. Just as the Annunciation brought news of the Savior's coming, those born on March 25th are often the ones delivering messages of hope and clarity. They have a way of seeing what others can't and helping people navigate through their struggles. If you've ever been the person others turn to in times of crisis, this is no coincidence. Your birth date carries the divine responsibility of bringing light into dark places. One practical way to live out this calling could be through acts of service. Consider volunteering at a local charity, mentoring someone who's struggling, or even leading a small group at church. These are all ways to shine your light, reflecting the divine purpose tied to your birth date. If this resonates with you, remember that your actions, no matter how small they seem, have the power to change lives. Just as Mary's yes to the angel set in motion the greatest story ever told. Those born on March 25th also have a deep connection to the idea of bringing new beginnings. Just as Mary's acceptance of her divine role brought forth a new chapter for humanity, March 25th. Individuals are often the ones who help others start fresh. They have a way of offering hope and reassurance to those who feel lost or unsure. It's almost as if they are constantly reminding people that God has a plan, even when things seem uncertain. As we explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, the Annunciation serves as a reminder that each of us is called to bring light into the world in our own unique way. If you were born on March 25th, your role is clear. You are a carrier of that light, and your life is meant to inspire others to find their own path toward God. And with this divine mission, we move forward, uncovering even more about the significance of your birth month and the biblical meaning behind it. April is a month deeply tied to themes of renewal and transformation. Much like the resurrection of Jesus during Easter, those born in April have a unique gift for overcoming challenges and transforming not only their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. It's as if they carry the energy of resurrection within them, constantly rising above difficulties and finding new ways to grow. The biblical meaning of April is one of rebirth, and those born this month reflect that through their resilience and ability to adapt. People born in April often experience seasons of significant change throughout their lives. These moments of transformation, though difficult at times, lead them to a deeper understanding of their purpose. Just as Jesus' resurrection brought hope and new life to the world, April-born individuals have a special calling to bring renewal to situations that seem stagnant or hopeless. They are the ones who can look at a problem and see a solution, offering a fresh perspective when others are stuck in old patterns. Much like how the earth renews itself in the spring, April-born people are naturally in tune with the cycles of growth and transformation. They understand that in order to move forward, one must often leave behind what no longer serves them. This gift allows them to help others through their own transitions, offering support and guidance during times of change. Whether it's helping a friend through a difficult breakup or leading a team through a challenging project, they are often the catalysts for positive transformation. One practical way April-born individuals live out this calling is by being the go-to person in times of crisis. When others are unsure how to move forward, they are the ones who step in with a plan. If this resonates with you, consider how you've naturally played the role of a guide or mentor, helping others navigate their own transformations. You might find fulfillment in roles that allow you to counsel or coach others through their life changes, much like Jesus guiding his disciples through their spiritual journeys. April is also associated with the celebration of Easter, a time of spiritual renewal. This further emphasizes the connection between April-born individuals and their ability to bring new life to situations. Just as Jesus' resurrection represents the ultimate transformation, those born in April are often the ones who breathe new life into projects and relationships, or even their own personal growth. If you've ever found yourself constantly evolving and reinventing your path, that's your divine calling at work. Their ability to transform extends beyond themselves. It's about inspiring others to embrace change as well. They understand that growth often comes from discomfort, much like how the resurrection was preceded by the pain of the crucifixion. April-born individuals aren't afraid to face challenges head-on because they know that on the other side of that difficulty is a renewed sense of purpose. It's this perspective that allows them to not only overcome their own struggles, but also to help others see the potential for growth in their own lives. As we continue to uncover the spiritual meaning behind the month you were born, remember that April is a month of transformation. If you were born in April, your life reflects the power of renewal and rebirth, much like the resurrection itself. The question isn't whether you'll face challenges, but how you'll rise above them and help others do the same. And with this understanding, we move forward to explore even more about the divine purpose behind your birth. Being born during the time of Holy Week ties individuals to one of the most profound events in the Bible, the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. This week represents the ultimate act of sacrifice, followed by the triumph of rebirth, and those born in April, especially during Holy Week, carry a deep connection to these themes. Their lives often mirror this balance of sacrifice and renewal, as they are naturally drawn to roles that require selflessness but also bring about significant transformation in themselves and others. The biblical meaning behind this time speaks of overcoming the greatest challenges and emerging stronger. April-born individuals, especially those born during Holy Week, often find themselves in situations where they must make difficult choices, sometimes sacrificing their own comfort for the sake of a greater good. Whether it's giving up personal time to help a loved one or stepping into leadership roles during times of crisis, they understand that true growth often comes from giving something up. Their lives reflect the same spirit of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross, where selflessness led to the greatest gift of all, new life. This connection to sacrifice doesn't mean their lives are full of hardship, but rather that they have a unique ability to endure and thrive through life's challenges. Like the resurrection of Jesus, their moments of difficulty often lead to profound personal rebirths. They seem to have an inner strength that allows them to rise above any situation, much like how Jesus overcame death itself. If you were born during Holy Week, you likely feel a sense of purpose in your trials, knowing that every hardship is preparing you for something greater. The hidden birthday message for those born during this sacred time is that they are called to be agents of rebirth and renewal, not just for themselves but for others. Think of them as individuals who, like Jesus, guide others through their darkest moments and show them the path to light. They have an innate understanding that every ending is simply a new beginning, and they help others see this as well. Whether it's through counseling, leadership, or simply being a supportive friend, they often play a crucial role in the lives of those around them. One practical example could be their role in their communities. People born during Holy Week are often the ones organizing charity events, volunteering at shelters, or mentoring young people. Their life is a reflection of the balance between sacrifice and renewal, and they use their experiences to help others navigate through their own challenges. If you're born during this time, consider how your natural inclination toward helping others might be part of your divine calling. Much like Jesus' mission to save humanity, Holy Week is also a time of spiritual reflection, and those born during this time often have a deep connection to their faith. They may find themselves drawn to studying the Bible or engaging in spiritual practices that focus on growth and renewal. This isn't just a coincidence. It's part of the spiritual energy surrounding their birth. Much like how the crucifixion and resurrection serve as pivotal moments in Christianity, their lives often contain pivotal moments of change that lead them toward a deeper understanding of their purpose. As we move forward in exploring the month you were born, it's important to remember that being born during Holy Week places you in a unique position of spiritual influence. You carry the energy of sacrifice and rebirth, and your life's journey reflects these powerful themes. With each challenge you face, there's an opportunity for growth, not just for you, but for those around you. And this is just one part of the greater divine plan tied to your birth month. Those born in May carry the gift of harmony, acting as natural peacemakers in the world. Much like the balance of spring, where nature is in full bloom, May-born individuals have a unique ability to bring balance to the people and situations around them. It's as if they were placed on this earth to create a sense of emotional and spiritual harmony, helping others find peace in the midst of chaos. The biblical meaning behind being born in May reflects this calling, much like how Jesus brought peace to those around him. May-born individuals are often the ones who can see both sides of an argument, effortlessly bringing opposing viewpoints together. They're the ones people turn to when there's conflict, knowing that they can find a way to restore calm. This ability to harmonize emotions and ideas makes them powerful mediators, much like the apostles who worked to unify the early church. If you've ever been in a situation where you helped smooth things over between friends or family members, that's your hidden birthday message at work. This gift of harmony extends beyond relationships. People born in May also have a natural connection to beauty and balance in their surroundings. Whether through creating peaceful spaces at home or finding joy in nature, they understand the importance of aesthetics and how it contributes to overall well-being. Imagine walking into a room that just feels right. That's the type of atmosphere May-born individuals create. It's much like how the Bible describes the beauty and order of God's creation, a reflection of divine harmony. One practical example of this might be their approach to work. May-born people often excel in roles that require collaboration, diplomacy, or creativity. They are the ones who bring teams together, ensuring that everyone's voice is heard and valued. If you're born in May, you might find fulfillment in careers that involve counseling, teaching, or any field that allows you to help others find balance and peace. This aligns with the spiritual calling tied to your birth month. The hidden birthday message for those born in May is that they are meant to be connectors. They bridge gaps, whether in relationships or communities, and have a natural talent for making people feel seen and understood. This gift mirrors Jesus' role as a mediator between God and humanity, bringing reconciliation where there was once separation. If you've ever found yourself in a role where you're bringing people together, know that this is part of your divine purpose. May is also a month associated with emotional intelligence. Those born during this time have a deep understanding of their own emotions and the emotions of others. This allows them to navigate complex social dynamics with ease, offering support where it's needed most, much like how Jesus could sense the needs of those around him. May-born individuals have a unique intuition when it comes to the feelings of others. They are able to offer comfort and guidance in ways that bring lasting peace. As we continue to explore the month you were born, remember that being born in May means carrying the mantle of harmony. You have the power to bring peace and balance to the world. Much like how the beauty of spring brings renewal and joy, your life is a reflection of this divine purpose. And as we move forward, we'll uncover even more about the spiritual significance behind your birth month. May 12th holds a special connection to the role of the apostles, who were chosen by Jesus to guide others toward the kingdom of God. People born on this day carry a similar calling, to be spiritual leaders and mentors in the lives of those around them. There's a divine purpose tied to their birth date, much like the apostles who were tasked with spreading the teachings of Jesus. Those born on May 12th have a natural ability to guide, teach, and inspire others, whether in spiritual matters or everyday life. Individuals born on this day often find themselves in leadership roles, not because they seek power, but because they are called to serve. Their leadership is rooted in a desire to help others grow and find their own path, much like how the apostles dedicated their lives to guiding people toward God's truth. If you've ever felt the urge to mentor or counsel others, that's your hidden birthday message at work, reminding you of your role as a guide in the lives of those around you. The biblical meaning behind May 12th ties closely to the idea of apostolate, a role that involves both teaching and leading by example. Those born on this day don't just talk about spirituality, they live it. Their actions often speak louder than words, and others naturally look to them for guidance. This calling doesn't necessarily require a formal title. It's about how they live their lives in a way that reflects divine truth. Much like the apostles, they are witnesses to the power of faith and share that wisdom with others. May 12th born individuals also have a deep sense of responsibility when it comes to guiding others. They understand that their influence can have a profound impact, and they take that role seriously. Whether it's offering advice to a friend, leading a team at work, or even guiding someone through a spiritual crisis, they approach these situations with care and thoughtfulness. It's as if they are always aware of the larger purpose behind their interactions, much like how the apostles understood their mission to spread the gospel. One practical example of this calling could be their involvement in community or spiritual groups. May 12th. Born individuals often find fulfillment in roles where they can teach or lead others in personal development. If this resonates with you, consider how you can use your natural gifts to mentor someone or even start a small group dedicated to exploring spiritual growth. The apostolate calling is about helping others discover their purpose, and you are uniquely equipped to guide them on that journey. Those born on May 12th also carry a sense of humility, much like the apostles who served without seeking recognition. They understand that their role is not about personal glory but about helping others grow closer to God and fulfilling their potential. This humility allows them to lead with grace, knowing that their influence comes from a higher power. It's not uncommon for them to be the quiet leader, the one who works behind the scenes, but has a profound impact on those around them. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, May 12th stands out as a day of apostolic purpose. If you were born on this day, your life is a reflection of the role the apostles played in guiding others toward truth and wisdom. Your divine calling is to teach, lead, and inspire others, helping them find their own path toward spiritual growth. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the hidden messages behind your birth. June-born individuals are often described as solid builders, both in their personal lives and in the lives of those around them. Much like how a strong foundation is essential for a stable structure, those born in June have a unique ability to create solid foundations. Whether it's in relationships, careers, or even spiritual growth, they understand that lasting success comes from careful planning, dedication, and persistence. The biblical meaning behind their birth month reflects this, showing that their role is to build things that stand the test of time. People born in June are often seen as the pillars in their communities or families. They are the ones others lean on for support because they provide stability and security. Whether it's offering advice, being a reliable friend, or taking on leadership roles, they have a natural inclination toward creating environments where others can grow and thrive. Think of them as the architects of peace and progress, much like how Jesus built a strong foundation of faith for his followers. June-born individuals don't shy away from hard work. They know that building something lasting requires effort, patience, and a commitment to seeing things through. Whether it's constructing a business, nurturing a family, or working on personal development, they understand the value of laying each brick with care. This hidden birthday message encourages them to embrace their role as builders, knowing that what they create will have a lasting impact on those around them. Their gift is in their ability to create something meaningful from the ground up. One practical example of this might be how they approach challenges. Instead of being overwhelmed, they break things down into manageable steps, much like how a builder creates a blueprint before constructing a building. If you're born in June, you likely find comfort in structure and planning, knowing that with the right foundation, you can overcome any obstacle. This practical approach to problem solving is one of your greatest strengths, allowing you to achieve success in various areas of your life. People born in June also have a unique ability to help others build solid foundations in their own lives. Whether it's through mentorship, leadership, or simply being a reliable presence, they are often the ones guiding others toward stability and growth. Their influence extends beyond their own achievements. They help others achieve success as well. Much like how the apostles helped build the early church, June-born individuals play a key role in helping others lay the groundwork for their own journeys. The biblical meaning of the month you were born points to a life dedicated to building something greater than yourself. June-born individuals are called to create, not just for personal gain, but for the benefit of those around them. They understand that true success is measured not by what you achieve alone, but by the impact you have on others. This sense of purpose drives them to work hard and build with integrity, knowing that their efforts are part of a larger divine plan. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of each month, remember that June is a month of building solid foundations. If you were born in June, your life is a reflection of the importance of creating stability, both for yourself and for others. The structures you build, whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth, will stand as a testament to your dedication and the divine calling that guides your life. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the spiritual meaning behind your birth month. June 24th, the birth of John the Baptist, holds significant meaning in the Bible as the day marking the arrival of a prophet who prepared the way for Jesus. Those born on this day carry a unique prophetic calling, much like John the Baptist, whose life was dedicated to paving the path for something greater. Their role is often one of preparation, helping others get ready for the changes and growth that are yet to come. It's as if their life is a constant signal to those around them to look ahead and be ready for transformation. Individuals born on June 24th are often visionaries. They have a keen sense of what's coming and a strong intuition about the future, much like John the Baptist, who knew his purpose was to prepare the people for Jesus' arrival. Those born on this day feel called to guide others toward their own spiritual and personal growth. They see the bigger picture and help others prepare for what lies ahead, whether it's through mentoring, leading, or simply offering timely advice. They have a keen sense of what's coming and a strong intuition about the future. Much like John the Baptist, who knew his purpose was to prepare the people for Jesus' arrival, those born on this day feel called to guide others toward their own spiritual and personal growth. They see the bigger picture and help others prepare for what lies ahead, whether it's through mentoring, leading, or simply offering timely advice. The biblical meaning behind being born on June 24th highlights a life of service and purpose. People born on this day are often the ones who step in when others are unsure about what to do next. They bring clarity and focus, much like how John the Baptist's message was clear. Prepare the way of the Lord. If you've ever felt the need to help others see what's coming, to warn them, or prepare them for change, this is your hidden birthday message calling you to action. One practical example could be their ability to help others make important life decisions, whether it's choosing a career path, making a financial move, or even navigating a spiritual journey. Those born on June 24th are often the ones people turn to for guidance. Their advice is usually spot on because it's rooted in wisdom and foresight. Much like John the Baptist, they don't shy away from telling the truth, even when it's difficult, because they know that preparation is key to success. Their prophetic role also extends to their personal lives. People born on this day are constantly preparing themselves for the future, whether it's through self-improvement, education, or spiritual practices. They understand that to help others, they must first be prepared themselves. If you were born on this day, consider how your life's work often involves laying the groundwork for something greater, whether it's building a legacy, starting a family, or leading a community initiative. Your life mirrors John the Baptist's role as a forerunner, always paving the way for others. June 24th born individuals also carry a sense of urgency. They understand that preparation can't wait, much like how John the Baptist urged people to repent and prepare for the coming of the Lord. There's a fire in their spirit that pushes them to act now, to get things in order before it's too late. This urgency often leads them to be proactive in their careers, relationships, and personal growth. They don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They go out and create the opportunities, much like a prophet preparing the way. As we explore the spiritual meaning behind the month you were born, being born on June 24th connects you to a powerful prophetic role. You are called to prepare the way, both for yourself and for others, ensuring that the future is bright and ready for the transformation that's coming. Your life is a reflection of John the Baptist's mission, and as we move forward, we'll uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth. July-born individuals are natural seekers of spiritual wisdom, constantly on a quest to understand the deeper meanings of life. Much like the summer sun that illuminates everything in its path, those born in July bring light to the spiritual journeys of others, helping them see what lies beneath the surface. The biblical meaning behind being born in July reflects this role as a seeker of truth and wisdom, much like how Jesus guided his disciples toward understanding God's plan. July-born people are lifelong learners, always eager to grow and evolve. People born in July are often drawn to spiritual practices that deepen their understanding of life's mysteries. Whether it's studying the Bible, engaging in meditation, or exploring philosophical ideas, they are constantly seeking knowledge that brings them closer to divine truth. This search isn't just intellectual, it's deeply personal. They are on a journey to connect with God in a meaningful way, and this desire to grow spiritually often inspires others to embark on their own paths of discovery. July-born individuals are also known for their intuition. Much like how Jesus knew the hearts of those around him, people born in July have a natural ability to sense the spiritual needs of others. They are often the ones who offer advice or insight at just the right moment, helping others see things from a new perspective. If you've ever been the person who seems to know exactly what someone else needs to hear, that's your hidden birthday message guiding you to share your wisdom with those around you. This seeking nature extends beyond just personal growth. It's about helping others grow as well. July-born individuals often find themselves in roles where they guide others on their spiritual journeys. Whether through teaching, mentoring, or simply sharing their experiences, they play a crucial role in helping people find their own connection to God. Like the wise men who sought the newborn Jesus, July-born individuals are constantly on a quest for spiritual enlightenment, and they encourage others to join them. One practical example of this could be their love for books and learning. People born in July might find themselves reading everything from spiritual texts to self-improvement books, always searching for new insights. If this resonates with you, consider diving deeper into studies like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. These kinds of books can help you explore the spiritual depths that call to you, allowing you to share that wisdom with others in your life. July is also a month of reflection and renewal. Much like how Jesus took time to pray and reflect during his ministry, those born in July often feel the need to step back and recharge their spiritual batteries, ensuring that they stay connected to their divine purpose. This period of reflection allows them to return stronger, ready to continue their quest for wisdom. If you find yourself craving quiet moments of reflection, know that this is part of your spiritual calling, giving you the space to grow and evolve. As we continue to uncover the spiritual significance of the month you were born, July reminds us that the search for wisdom is never ending. If you were born in this month, your life reflects the divine journey toward spiritual truth, guiding others along the way as you seek out new knowledge and understanding. And with that, we move forward to explore even more about the hidden messages behind your birth. July 7th holds a special significance in the spiritual realm, symbolizing divine perfection and completeness. Those born on this day are often connected to the idea of seeking spiritual wholeness, much like the biblical concept of the number 7, which represents fullness and completion in God's plan. People born on July 7th have a unique calling to pursue spiritual perfection in their lives, striving to align themselves with God's purpose and seeking a higher level of understanding and fulfillment. Individuals born on July 7th are often seen as perfectionists, but not in the earthly sense. Their desire for perfection is rooted in a deep connection to spiritual growth and alignment with divine truth. They are constantly looking for ways to better themselves and deepen their relationship with God. Much like how Jesus called his followers to be perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect. This pursuit of spiritual excellence is a driving force in their lives, shaping their actions, decisions, and interactions with others. The biblical meaning of being born on July 7th emphasizes the importance of completeness. People born on this day are often drawn to roles where they help others find balance and harmony in their lives. Whether through counseling, teaching, or simply being a supportive friend, they naturally guide others toward a sense of wholeness. Their hidden birthday message is one of spiritual perfection, encouraging them to lead by example and inspire others to seek their own path toward divine fulfillment. One practical way July 7th born individuals live out this calling is through their attention to detail in everything they do, whether it's in their work, relationships, or spiritual practices. They strive for excellence, always seeking to refine and perfect their approach. If this resonates with you, consider how your natural inclination toward perfection can be used to serve others, helping them achieve balance and alignment in their own lives. Your life is a reflection of the pursuit of divine perfection, much like how the number 7 is seen as sacred in the Bible. July 7th, born individuals also have a strong sense of responsibility when it comes to their spiritual growth. They understand that perfection isn't about being flawless, but about continually growing closer to God and refining their character. Much like how the Bible describes the journey of faith as a process of becoming more like Christ, those born on this day see life as an opportunity for constant improvement and spiritual evolution. Their lives are a testament to the idea that spiritual perfection is a journey, not a destination. Another aspect of their connection to spiritual perfection is their ability to inspire others. People born on July 7th often find themselves in positions where they guide or mentor others toward achieving their own spiritual completeness. Whether it's through leading a Bible study, offering guidance to a friend, or even sharing their personal spiritual journey, they help others see the value in striving for a deeper connection with God. They understand that true perfection comes from aligning with God's will, and they encourage others to pursue the same. As we continue to explore the month you were born, July 7th stands out as a day of divine perfection. If you were born on this day, your life reflects the pursuit of spiritual wholeness, both for yourself and for those around you. You are called to be a beacon of balance and completeness, guiding others toward a life that aligns with God's perfect plan. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth month. August-born individuals carry the unique gift of balancing the spiritual with the earthly. Much like the height of summer, where the world is full of energy and life, Those born in August have a special ability to discern when it's time to reflect and when it's time to act. They understand that spiritual wisdom must be paired with practical application. The biblical meaning of August emphasizes this balance, much like how Jesus taught his followers to live faithfully while navigating the challenges of daily life. August-born people are often natural leaders, able to bring both thought and action into perfect harmony. Those born in August have an innate sense of when to wait and when to move forward. It's as if they have an internal compass that helps them know when to meditate and when to act. This gift allows them to make thoughtful decisions that have a lasting impact. Whether in their personal lives, careers, or spiritual growth, they are constantly seeking the right balance between patience and initiative. Much like Jesus knew when it was time to teach and when it was time to perform miracles, August-born individuals sense the rhythm of life and respond accordingly. In their pursuit of balance, August-born individuals often find themselves in roles where they have to manage complex situations. They thrive in environments that require both strategic thinking and decisive action. If you're born in August, you might notice how often you're the one who steps in to bring order to chaos, knowing exactly when to take charge. This hidden birthday message reminds you of your role as a bridge between the spiritual and the practical, much like how Jesus bridged the gap between heaven and earth. One practical example of this balance might be seen in their approach to problem solving. People born in August are not impulsive. They take the time to weigh their options before making a move. This thoughtful approach is what makes them such effective leaders and decision makers. If this resonates with you, consider how your ability to balance contemplation with action has served you in your life. Whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, your gift is in knowing when to act and when to wait for the right moment. August-born individuals also have a special ability to inspire others to find their own balance. Much like how Jesus led by example, they often teach others how to navigate life's complexities by balancing spiritual insight with practical steps. They don't just preach about faith, they live it out in a way that shows others how to apply spiritual truths to everyday life. Their influence helps others see that faith and action are two sides of the same coin, and both are necessary for a fulfilled life. The biblical meaning of the month you were born emphasizes the importance of balancing spiritual wisdom with earthly action. August-born individuals are called to live lives that reflect this balance, showing others how to integrate faith into their daily decisions. Whether through their work, their relationships, or their spiritual practices, they are constantly seeking harmony between the two realms. It's as if they are constantly walking a fine line, ensuring that their spiritual growth is reflected in their actions. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of each month, remember that August represents the perfect blend of thought and action. If you were born in this month, your life is a reflection of the balance between the spiritual and the earthly. You are called to show others that wisdom without action is incomplete, and that true spiritual growth comes from living out what you believe. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth month. August 6th is tied to the Transfiguration of Christ, a moment in the Bible where Jesus' divine nature was revealed to his disciples. Those born on this day carry a connection to profound spiritual transformation. Much like the Transfiguration represents a turning point in understanding Jesus' divinity, people born on August 6th are often on a journey of deep spiritual growth, constantly evolving and seeking a closer connection with God. Their lives reflect a powerful inner transformation, one that not only changes them but also inspires others around them. Individuals born on August 6th are often seen as agents of change. They don't stay in one place for long, spiritually speaking. They are always seeking to grow, to learn, and to transform into the best version of themselves. Much like how Jesus' appearance changed during the Transfiguration, their lives are marked by moments of revelation and spiritual awakening. If you've ever felt like you're constantly being called to higher levels of understanding and growth, that's your hidden birthday message reminding you of your divine calling. The biblical meaning behind being born on this day emphasizes the importance of transformation, not just for oneself but for those around you. People born on August 6th often find themselves in roles where their personal growth leads to a ripple effect, inspiring others to seek their own spiritual transformation. They understand that change is not something to be feared, but embraced, much like how the disciples witnessed Jesus' transformation and were forever changed by it. One practical example of this spiritual transformation could be seen in their approach to life's challenges. August 6th born individuals don't shy away from difficult situations. They face them head-on, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. They have an inner strength that allows them to rise above adversity, much like how Jesus' divine nature was revealed in the midst of a challenging journey. If you're born on this day, consider how your life's trials have shaped you into a stronger, wiser person, and how you can use those lessons to help others. People born on August 6th also have a unique ability to see beyond the surface. Much like how the Transfiguration revealed the true nature of Christ, they often have moments of spiritual clarity where they can see the deeper meaning behind events and situations. This gift allows them to offer insight and guidance to others, helping them understand their own spiritual paths. If you've ever found yourself helping others see things in a new light, this is part of your calling as someone born on a day of transformation. Their connection to the Transfiguration also means that they are often called to be leaders in spiritual or personal development, whether through teaching, mentoring, or simply leading by example. People born on August 6th help others transform their lives. They understand that true change comes from within, and they encourage others to seek that inner transformation. Like Jesus leading his disciples to the mountaintop, they guide others to higher levels of understanding and growth. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, remember that August 6th is a day of profound transformation. If you were born on this day, your life is a reflection of the divine changes that are possible when we open ourselves to God's will. You are called to be an agent of change, helping others discover their own potential for spiritual growth and transformation. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth. September-born individuals are blessed with the gift of divine organization and planning, much like the shift from summer to fall, which signals preparation for the harvest. Those born in September have a natural ability to bring order to chaos. They excel at creating structure, whether in their personal lives, careers, or spiritual practices. The biblical meaning of September emphasizes the importance of planning according to divine principles, much like how God's creation followed a precise and purposeful design. September-born people often feel a strong sense of responsibility in ensuring that everything runs smoothly, reflecting God's order in the world. People born in September have a keen eye for detail. They are often the ones who see what needs to be done long before others notice. Whether it's organizing an event, managing a team, or planning for the future, they take a methodical approach that ensures success. This ability to bring order to complex situations mirrors the biblical stories of planning and preparation, much like how Noah carefully followed God's instructions to build the ark. September-born individuals are often the ones who provide stability and foresight in their communities and families. Their natural talent for planning doesn't just stop at the practical level, it extends to their spiritual lives as well. September-born individuals often approach their faith with the same level of thoughtfulness and organization. They are drawn to spiritual practices that involve discipline, such as daily prayer, meditation, or Bible study. They understand that spiritual growth requires structure, and they take the time to build routines that help them stay connected to God. Much like how Jesus followed a purposeful plan throughout his ministry, September-born individuals align their lives with divine order. One practical example of their gift for organization can be seen in how they help others plan for the future. Whether it's offering financial advice, helping someone navigate a major life decision, or guiding a team through a complex project, people born in September are often the ones others turn to for clarity and direction. If you were born in September, consider how your ability to organize and plan has helped those around you, and how you might use this gift to serve others even more. September-born individuals also have a deep sense of responsibility. They take their commitments seriously, knowing that their efforts have a lasting impact on those around them, much like the parables in the Bible that emphasize the importance of stewardship. September-born people understand that they have been entrusted with the task of creating order and structure in their lives. They see their role as one of service, helping to bring about God's plan in the world by ensuring that everything is in its rightful place. The biblical meaning of the month you were born highlights the importance of planning and organization in fulfilling God's purpose. September-born individuals are called to be the architects of order, ensuring that their lives and the lives of those around them are aligned with divine principles. Whether it's through their careers, relationships, or spiritual practices, they are constantly working to create a world that reflects God's design. Their gift is in seeing the big picture and knowing how to bring all the pieces together. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of each month, remember that September is a month of divine order. If you were born in this month, your life reflects the importance of organization and planning in fulfilling your divine purpose. You are called to be a steward of order, ensuring that everything you do aligns with God's greater plan. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth month. September 29th is celebrated as the Feast of the Archangels, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, each representing divine protection, communication, and healing. Those born on this day carry a unique spiritual connection to these archangels, embodying their qualities in their own lives. People born on September 29th often find themselves in roles where they are called to protect, guide, or heal others, much like how the archangels serve humanity in the Bible. The biblical meaning of this day reflects a life dedicated to service, offering support and guidance to those in need. Individuals born on this day are natural protectors, like Archangel Michael, who is known for his role as the protector of God's people. Those born on September 29th often feel a deep responsibility to defend and support those they love, whether it's standing up for someone in need or offering protection in times of crisis. They are often the ones who ensure that others feel safe and secure. Their hidden birthday message is clear. They are called to be guardians, much like Michael, providing strength and courage in the face of adversity. Communication is another key aspect of their calling. Archangel Gabriel is known for delivering divine messages, and those born on September 29th often have a gift for clear, effective communication. Whether through writing, speaking, or counseling, they have a natural ability to convey complex ideas in ways that others can easily understand. Much like how Gabriel brought messages of hope and direction in the Bible, September 29th born individuals often find themselves acting as messengers, helping others gain clarity and insight. Healing is also deeply embedded in the lives of those born on this day. Archangel Raphael is known for his healing powers, and September 29th born individuals often feel drawn to roles where they can help others heal. Whether emotionally, physically, or spiritually, they are the ones who provide comfort and care, helping others recover from life's challenges. Whether they are involved in healthcare, therapy, or spiritual guidance, they often serve as healers in their communities, much like Raphael's divine mission to restore health and well-being. One practical example of how these qualities manifest can be seen in their approach to relationships. People born on September 29th are often the ones who help mediate conflicts, offering both protection and healing to those involved. They have a unique ability to bring peace to difficult situations, much like how the archangels intervene in times of need. If you were born on this day, consider how your natural gifts of communication, protection, and healing have shaped your relationships and your role in your community. September 29th born individuals are also deeply connected to spiritual wisdom. Much like how the archangels serve as divine guides, people born on this day often find themselves in positions where they offer spiritual guidance to others. They have a unique intuition that allows them to sense what others need, whether it's protection, a message of encouragement, or a path toward healing. This connection to the archangels gives them a deep sense of purpose, knowing that their life's work is tied to a higher calling. As we explore the biblical meaning of the month you were born, September 29th stands out as a day of divine service. If you were born on this day, your life reflects the qualities of the archangels: protection, communication, and healing. You are called to be a beacon of strength, wisdom, and comfort to those around you, helping them find peace and clarity in their own lives. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the spiritual significance of your birth month. October is a month deeply connected to the themes of transformation and renewal. Much like how the seasons change during this time, those born in October have a special gift for embracing transitions and turning them into opportunities for growth. The biblical meaning of October reflects this idea, emphasizing the importance of letting go of the old to make way for the new. October-born individuals are masters of self-reflection, able to take life's challenges and use them as fuel for personal and spiritual renewal. People born in October often find themselves going through significant changes in their lives, whether it's in their careers, relationships, or personal growth. These transitions, while difficult at times, lead to powerful transformations that help them become stronger and more aligned with their purpose, much like the leaves falling from the trees in autumn. October-born individuals understand that letting go is a natural part of life's cycle. This ability to release what no longer serves them allows them to move forward with grace and wisdom. October-born individuals are also highly introspective. They have a natural ability to look inward, examining their thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that leads to profound personal growth. This self-reflection isn't just about understanding themselves. It's about becoming better, more spiritually aligned individuals, much like how Jesus often withdrew to pray and reflect. Those born in October use periods of introspection to renew their spirit and gain clarity about their path forward. One practical example of this gift for transformation can be seen in their approach to change. Instead of resisting or fearing transitions, October-born individuals embrace them, knowing that every change brings an opportunity for growth. If you were born in October, consider how your ability to adapt has helped you navigate life's challenges. Whether it's starting a new job, moving to a new place, or undergoing a personal transformation, you have the unique ability to turn change into renewal. Their connection to transformation also makes them natural healers. People born in October often find themselves in roles where they help others through periods of change. Whether it's offering advice during difficult times, guiding someone through a major life transition, or simply providing emotional support, they have a way of helping others see the possibilities that come with transformation. This reflects the biblical idea of renewal, much like how Jesus healed and restored those who sought him. October is also a time of reflection, and those born in this month often use their experiences to guide others through their own transformations. They are the ones who remind others that change is not the end, but rather the beginning of something new. If you've ever been the person others turn to for guidance during difficult times, that's your hidden birthday message at work, helping others see the potential for renewal in their own lives. As we continue to explore the month you were born, October stands out as a month of profound transformation. If you were born in this month, your life reflects the ability to embrace change and turn it into something powerful and renewing. You are called to guide others through their own periods of transformation, showing them that on the other side of change is a new beginning. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the spiritual significance tied to your birth month. October 4th is celebrated as the feast day of Saint Francis of Assisi, a figure known for his humility, dedication to service, and profound love for all of God's creation. Those born on this day carry a deep connection to these qualities, often finding themselves in roles where they serve others with humility and compassion, much like Saint Francis, who saw beauty and divinity in all living things. People born on October 4th have a unique love for nature and an appreciation for life's simple, yet profound, moments. The biblical meaning behind this day reflects a life dedicated to selfless service and respect for God's creation. Individuals born on October 4th are often drawn to lives of service, whether through community work, caregiving, or even spiritual mentorship. They have a natural inclination to help others, not for recognition, but out of a deep sense of duty and love, much like how Saint Francis gave up worldly wealth to live a life of humility and service. October 4th born individuals feel called to lead by example, often placing the needs of others above their own. Their hidden birthday message is clear. They are here to serve and uplift those around them. Humility is a central theme in the lives of those born on October 4th. They don't seek fame or accolades but find fulfillment in quiet acts of kindness. This humility allows them to connect with others on a deep, authentic level, much like how Jesus connected with the people he served. If you've ever felt that your purpose is to help others without needing acknowledgement, that's your connection to the spirit of Saint Francis, guiding you to live a life of quiet but impactful service. The love for creation is another key aspect of those born on this day. Much like Saint Francis, who is often depicted surrounded by animals and nature, October 4th born individuals have a deep appreciation for the natural world. They understand that all of creation is a reflection of God's glory, and they often feel a special calling to protect and care for the environment. Whether it's through environmental activism, gardening, or simply spending time in nature, their love for creation is a reflection of their spiritual connection to the world around them. One practical example of this calling might be seen in their approach to daily life. People born on October 4th often find joy in the simple things, whether it's caring for a garden, spending time with animals, or volunteering to help those in need. If you were born on this day, consider how your connection to nature and your desire to serve others might be part of your divine purpose. Like St. Francis, your life is a testament to the beauty of living humbly and in harmony with the world around you. October 4th born individuals also have a deep sense of empathy. They are able to see the world through the eyes of others, making them natural caregivers and compassionate friends. This empathy extends not just to people but to all living things. Much like how St. Francis preached to the birds and saw God's presence in all creatures, those born on this day understand that everything in creation is interconnected. Their love for life in all its forms makes them champions of compassion and kindness. As we explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, October 4th stands out as a day of humility, service, and love for creation. If you were born on this day, your life reflects the values of St. Francis, living humbly, serving others, and caring deeply for the world around you. You are called to lead by example, showing others that a life of service is one of the most profound ways to connect with God's divine plan. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the spiritual messages tied to your birth month. November-born individuals are often known for their deep intuition and connection to spiritual wisdom. Much like the late autumn days, where the world becomes quieter and more reflective, those born in November have a natural ability to sense things beyond the surface. They possess a profound inner knowing, one that guides them in their decisions and relationships. The biblical meaning behind being born in November highlights this connection to spiritual insight. Much like the prophets of old, who were in tune with divine messages and understood God's plan in ways others did not, people born in November are often drawn to roles where their intuitive nature can shine. Whether it's through counseling, teaching, or leadership, they have a unique ability to understand the unspoken needs of others. This gift of intuition allows them to navigate complex situations with grace and wisdom, offering guidance that comes from a place of deep spiritual awareness. Much like how Jesus knew the hearts of those around him, November-born individuals are able to see what others may not, making them trusted advisors and compassionate listeners. November-born individuals are also seekers of truth. They are often drawn to spiritual practices that help them connect with God on a deeper level, whether through prayer, meditation, or studying the Bible. Their search for wisdom isn't just intellectual, it's a deeply personal journey to understand life's mysteries and their place in the world. Much like how the wise men followed the star to find the newborn Savior, November-born individuals are on a constant quest for spiritual enlightenment and truth. One practical example of their intuition at work can be seen in their relationships. People born in November often know what others are feeling or thinking without needing to ask. They have a natural ability to sense when someone is in need of support or guidance, and they offer their help without hesitation. If you were born in November, consider how your intuition has played a role in your relationships and your ability to offer wise counsel to those around you. This is part of your hidden birthday message, helping others find clarity and peace through your intuitive insights. November is also a month of reflection, and those born during this time often find themselves in deep periods of introspection. They are not afraid to look inward, examining their thoughts, emotions, and spiritual growth. This self-awareness allows them to continue evolving, always seeking to become wiser and more aligned with God's will. If you've ever felt a strong desire to grow spiritually and reflect on your life's path, this is your divine calling, guiding you toward greater spiritual wisdom. People born in November also have a strong connection to the idea of transformation. They understand that true growth often comes from within, and they embrace the changes that come with spiritual evolution. Much like how the seasons shift in November, those born this month are constantly evolving, becoming more in tune with their intuition and spiritual wisdom. They see life as a journey of continuous growth, much like how the prophets in the Bible were always seeking a deeper connection with God. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, November stands out as a time of deep intuition and spiritual wisdom. If you were born in this month, your life reflects a journey toward spiritual truth and enlightenment, helping others along the way with your intuitive insights and deep connection to God's plan. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth month. November 1st, known as All Saints' Day, is a day dedicated to honoring the saints and reflecting on the promise of eternal life. Those born on this day carry a deep spiritual connection to the concept of eternity and the hope of Christ's return. Much like the saints who dedicated their lives to God, people born on November 1st are often called to reflect on their own spiritual journey and how it ties into the bigger picture of salvation. The biblical meaning behind this day emphasizes a life dedicated to spiritual growth, with an eye toward the eternal reward promised by God. Individuals born on November 1st often feel a strong connection to the idea of legacy, what they leave behind and how their lives impact others. They are deeply aware that life on earth is just one part of a much larger, divine plan. This awareness gives them a unique perspective, much like how the saints understood that their actions were not just for this life, but for eternity. If you've ever felt drawn to think about the long-term impact of your life, this could be your hidden birthday message, guiding you toward a life that reflects eternal values. Those born on this day are also deeply reflective. All Saints' Day is a time to remember those who have gone before us, and individuals born on November 1st often find themselves contemplating life, death, and what lies beyond. They are not afraid to ask big questions about faith, eternity, and the return of Christ. Much like how the Bible encourages believers to live with the anticipation of Christ's return, November 1st born individuals often live with a sense of purpose that goes beyond the here and now. This connection to eternal life also makes them natural spiritual leaders. Whether through teaching, mentoring, or simply being a source of wisdom, people born on November 1st are often the ones others turn to when seeking guidance on matters of faith. They have a deep understanding of biblical teachings and the importance of living a life that reflects the values of the kingdom of God. Much like the saints, their lives serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for those around them. One practical example of this calling can be seen in their approach to life's challenges. Those born on November 1st understand that difficulties are temporary, and they often face adversity with grace and patience, knowing that their reward is eternal. If you were born on this day, consider how your ability to see beyond the immediate struggles has helped you remain grounded in your faith. This perspective not only helps you navigate your own challenges, but also allows you to offer support to others who may be struggling. People born on November 1st are also deeply connected to the idea of Christ's return. They live with the hope that one day, all things will be made new, and they often feel called to prepare themselves and others for that day. Whether through acts of service, spreading the gospel, or living out their faith in everyday life, they are constantly working toward the goal of being ready for Christ's return. Their life is a reflection of the biblical call to live in anticipation of that day, much like how the saints lived with eternity in mind. As we explore the biblical meaning of the month you were born, November 1st stands out as a day of reflection on eternal life and the hope of Christ's return. If you were born on this day, your life is a testament to the importance of living with eternity in mind, guiding others to do the same. You are called to reflect the values of the kingdom of God, offering hope, wisdom, and guidance to those around you as we all prepare for the ultimate return of Christ. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the spiritual significance tied to your birth month. December-born individuals are often described as bearers of the light, much like how the birth of Jesus during this month brought hope and salvation to the world. Those born in December have a special calling to carry the light of Christ into the lives of others, offering hope, guidance, and encouragement during dark times. The biblical meaning behind being born in December reflects this responsibility, as December is not only a time of celebration, but also a reminder of the arrival of Jesus, the ultimate bringer of light. December-born people shine in their ability to bring warmth and inspiration to those around them. Individuals born in December often find themselves in roles where they act as counselors, offering wisdom and clarity to those in need. They have a natural ability to lift others up, much like how the birth of Jesus marked the beginning of redemption for all mankind. If you've ever found yourself drawn to helping others find their way, that's your hidden birthday message guiding you to fulfill your divine purpose. Much like how Jesus brought light into the world, December-born individuals are called to illuminate the paths of others. December-born individuals are also known for their unwavering faith. Just as the world waited in darkness for the arrival of the Savior, those born in December often carry a deep trust in God's plan, even in difficult times. They have a resilience that allows them to remain hopeful, no matter the circumstances, and this faith becomes a source of strength for others. Their ability to remain a light in the midst of darkness mirrors the story of Jesus' birth, where hope arrived in the humblest of circumstances. Their connection to Christ's light extends beyond their own lives. People born in December are often drawn to roles where they can share their faith, whether through ministry, teaching, or simply by being an example to others. They understand that their calling is not just to carry the light of Christ within themselves, but to spread it to those who may be struggling to find hope, much like how the shepherds and wise men shared the news of Jesus' birth. December-born individuals are called to share the message of hope and redemption with others. One practical way this calling is lived out is through acts of kindness. December-born people are often known for their generosity and willingness to help those in need. Whether it's through charity work, offering a listening ear, or simply spreading positivity, they are constantly looking for ways to bring light into the lives of others. If you were born in December, consider how your actions, big or small, reflect the light of Christ in a world that often feels dark. December-born individuals also carry a sense of purpose that drives them to make a difference. They are not content with simply living their lives. They feel a deep responsibility to leave a positive impact on the world. Much like how Jesus' birth brought about a new era of hope and salvation, their lives are a reflection of the biblical call to be the light of the world, guiding others through their actions and their unwavering faith. They understand that their purpose is tied to a greater plan, one that brings light to those around them. As we continue to explore the month you were born, December stands out as a month of carrying the light of Christ. If you were born in this month, your life reflects the hope and salvation that Jesus brought into the world. You are called to be a bearer of that light, offering guidance, hope, and love to those who need it most. And with that, we move forward to uncover even more about the divine messages tied to your birth month. Being born on December 25th, the day celebrated as the birth of Christ, carries profound spiritual significance. Those born on this day are often seen as having a special connection to the mission of Jesus, which was to bring redemption and peace to the world. People born on December 25th feel a deep calling to serve others, offering hope and healing in a world that often feels broken. The biblical meaning behind this day emphasizes the ultimate gift of salvation, and those born on this day are called to reflect this gift in their own lives by spreading love and kindness wherever they go. Individuals born on December 25th often have a deep sense of purpose. Much like how the birth of Jesus was the beginning of God's plan to save humanity, those born on this day feel that their lives are part of a larger divine plan. They are driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world, whether through acts of service, leadership, or simply being a source of comfort for those around them. If you've ever felt a strong sense of responsibility to help others, that's your hidden birthday message guiding you toward your mission of redemption and peace. December 25th. Born individuals are also natural peacemakers. Just as Jesus came to bring peace to the world, they often find themselves in situations where they are called to resolve conflicts, bring people together, or offer comfort in times of distress. They have a calming presence that allows others to feel safe and supported. Much like how Jesus provided comfort to those who were lost or suffering, their ability to bring peace to difficult situations reflects their divine calling as carriers of Christ's mission. The hidden birthday message for those born on December 25th also emphasizes the theme of redemption. Much like how Jesus came to redeem humanity, people born on this day often feel drawn to helping others find their own sense of healing and renewal. Whether it's through offering forgiveness, helping someone overcome a difficult time, or simply being a guiding light, they play a pivotal role in helping others experience the transformative power of redemption. Their lives are a reflection of the love and grace that Jesus offered to the world. One practical way this calling is lived out is through their approach to relationships. People born on December 25th often have a gift for seeing the good in others. Even when they are struggling, they offer forgiveness and understanding, much like how Jesus offered redemption to all who sought him. If you were born on this day, consider how your ability to offer love and grace to those around you has helped others find peace and healing. Your actions are a reflection of the redemptive power of Christ's love. December 25th. Born individuals also have a deep connection to the idea of sacrifice. Just as Jesus' birth marked the beginning of his journey toward the ultimate sacrifice on the cross, those born on this day often feel called to make sacrifices for the good of others, whether it's giving their time, resources, or emotional energy. They are willing to go the extra mile to ensure that those around them feel loved and supported. Their lives are a reflection of the selflessness that Jesus demonstrated throughout his life and ministry. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of the month you were born, December 25th stands out as a day of redemption and peace. If you were born on this day, your life reflects the mission of Christ to bring healing, love, and salvation to those around you. You are called to be a source of hope and comfort, spreading the message of redemption through your actions and your faith. And with that, we have completed the exploration of the themes tied to the days and months of birth. Now that you've discovered the hidden biblical meaning behind the month you were born, what will you do with this newfound knowledge? Think about it. Each month carries a unique message designed specifically for you. It's not just a coincidence. Your birth date holds the key to understanding your divine purpose, guiding you toward the life you were always meant to live. So, I have to ask, are you ready to apply this wisdom to your life? Imagine the transformation that awaits when you align yourself with God's timing and purpose. What if this is the turning point? The moment you stop wondering why and start living with intention, knowing your birth month was chosen for a reason. If this has sparked something within you, then join me in this journey of spiritual growth. Don't let this revelation go to waste. Share it with others who need to hear it too. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay connected as we continue to uncover these powerful truths together. The journey is just beginning.